Hi, everybody. This is Maxine Taylor, America's first licensed astrologer, with another edition of Practical Astrology. And today we're talking about one of my favorite signs, Aquarius. Now, I'm a little biased. No, I'm not an Aquarian, but Aquarius, ruled by both Saturn and Uranus, is the sign of astrology, a psychic phenomenon, intuition. So naturally, I'm partial to Aquarius. The dates for Aquarius, January 20th through February 18th. Now, that's when the sun enters your sign of Aquarius. And if you're born under a different sign, but your rising sign, your ascendant, is Aquarius, I'm talking to you too. Aquarius is so different. There are no two Aquarians exactly alike, because you've got traditional, practical, logical Saturn, and we just talked about Saturn in the prior show. Traditional, following the rules, etc. It's also ruled by the planet Uranus. Okay. In recent history, somebody didn't like the word Uranus or Uranus, and so they call it Uranus. I call it Uranus because I've been an astrologer for over 50 years, and that's what I learned. That's how I learned to pronounce it. But if you pronounce it Uranus, that's perfectly good, perfectly fine. Okay, back to Aquarius. With Uranus as the co-ruler. Uranus is the rebel. Uranus breaks free. Uranus does its own thing. So Aquarians are very, very interesting to me. They're an amazing combination of the traditional, what's best for the group is best for all of the members within the group. That's how they feel. And the non-traditional that says, you got to tear down the old, it's not working, you got to implement the new. Now, Uranus rules all kinds of technology. The device that you're watching this show on, ruled by Uranus. And Mercury, because of communication. And so think of a bolt of electricity running through you, and Saturn grounding you. That is Aquarius. There is the very traditional or Saturnian Aquarian, and then there is the Uranian or off the wall doing its own thing Aquarian. If you have both Saturn and Uranus together in your birth chart, you are a combination of the two. Which means on occasion you're going to hit the brake and the accelerator at the same time. And you know what happens when you do that? Nothing. So, the thing I love about Aquarians is that they are humanitarian. They love people. They care about society as a whole. Most people care about themselves. Aquarius says if the group is happy, the individuals within will be happy. And if they're in a position to implement laws, that's the way they look at it. As I said, they march to their own drummer. And that drummer can have a syncopated beat. I have to tell you this story because it's so true. They're visionaries. They see the far horizon. You and I see what's in front of our noses. Years ago, I was teaching an astrology class, and one of my students said she was married to an Aquarian. She wanted him to say, "I love you." And so she kept saying it to him. "I love you. I love you." And he turned around and said, "Look, I told you I loved you last week. I hadn't changed my mind." That is the Aquarian approach. They have to have lists of things to remind them what to do because they're seeing a much larger picture. So when the sun, Aquarius, is in your sign, it brings out all those unique qualities about you that are so different and so much you. I know that a lot of people know that the symbol for Aquarius is the water bearer. But if you will look closely at the symbol, at the picture, rather than the symbol, you will see that it is somebody with a huge jug of what should be water, pouring it out, but it's electricity coming out of it. The thing about Aquarians is they are different. And here's how you can tell if you have any Aquarius in your birth chart. I want to say at least once a week, you ask yourself, am I crazy or is the world crazy? What I say to that is, look around you. Look at what's going on in the world. Look at why I'm doing this whole series here, to help you function, in your case, with Earthlings. And years ago, whenever I did the chart of an Aquarian in my private practice, and sometimes I still do this with Aquarians, I'll look them square in the eye and say, quit trying to be an Earthling. And why would you want to? In fact, what are you doing here? And they usually quit breathing for about a second because they know that I'm speaking directly to their soul. Aquarians, I really do believe that you came here to teach us. You are truly not from here, and I mean that as the greatest compliment I can pay you. So just keep on doing your thing. And when the sun is in your sign, that's when you really go long. That's when you just do your thing your way. Kind of like Aries. You do what you want, when you want, how you want, because you want, with the group and its benefits in mind. You don't know a stranger. You are a friend to all.